You have now tuned into the greatest, another episode of the Black Hour Podcast. It's your Higgy, the host with the Mickey Mouse, Black Fire. And I know it's been a couple of weeks since y'all seen me, but we here and we back. And today my special guest is Miss Natalye Martin of Richard K. Superstore, Anderson, South Carolina.
That's me.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am doing amazing. I just want to tell you one thing. You are a beautiful person.
Thank you.
You are so pretty.
So are you.
Thank you, girl. All right, so let's jump on into this thing, man.
Let's do it.
So, I know you sell cars, and from what I've been seeing, you the main lady to come to when it comes to trying to get a car off the lot.
Yes, ma'am. I try to be. I try to do my best, get people in what they need, and get them on the road.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so like, what is your professional job title?
Sales consultant.
Mm-hmm.
I say sales lady, but I guess the title is salesman.
Right.
But yes, that's sales.
Okay. And like, so have you ever done this type of work before? Or is this kind of like something you just kind of got into?
I've never sold cars before, so this is my first dealership.
Okay.
But I've dealt with cars before. So like before this, I used to change oil, tires, battery, stuff like that. So I know about cars. This is just the first time selling them.
So what made you just say, okay, I do know like how to change oil, I do know how to do tires, and I know about rotation and stuff like that. What just inspired you to say, you know what, I'm just going to apply for a job to sell cars if you've never done it before? Like, what made you just say that you think you can do it?
So, crazy story. I went on vacation. I went to quick vacation to North Carolina to the casino. And I was there, and I was in the midst of people with money, and I thought to myself, I was making decent money at Walmart, but I was like, this can't be life. Like, I think I can get more. So I actually went to Richard K to apply in the same field. Just go out to the shop and change oil and stuff out there.
Okay.
But I ran into two of my sales managers, and they were sales, over the sales, not over service. So they pulled me to the side. I interviewed with them. They was like, we want to get you on in sales. And I was like, okay. So they hired me right then on the spot.
Really?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So, like, you never really done sales before.
Right.
So when you sold your first car, did you remember what the first car was you sold?
It was a new car. It was a 2018 GMC Terrain. A girl came in. She was just looking for a vehicle. She had an older model Cadillac, and the transmission had went out in it. And she was just looking around. Wasn't really planning on buying right then. Right. But, I ended up finding her a vehicle that she liked. We went out and test drove it. I was excited because I had never even got to that point yet, past the test drive. So she was like, she liked it. We sat down, did the financing. She came back the next day, bought it. I was so excited.
I know you was.
I was really excited.
I know you was. So did that kind of motivate you to say, you know what, I can do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, after that, I started in September. I started in September, sold 2 cars in September. Okay. It was towards the end, first month. But that next month, somehow, I was in the running all the way to the last day of the month for Salesman of the Month. And it was exciting, but the hard part about it, I guess, was every month you start over.
Right.
You go from Salesman of the Month or selling 15, 20 cars. First the next month, you back down to zero.
Yeah.
So, that was something that I had to get used to. But, it was exciting. It kind of kept you motivated to sell cars.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so tell me, like, kind of give a brief explanation of the day in the life of a car sale.
So you kind of, unless you have appointments set up and that kind of stuff, every day is kind of like a go with the flow. Because you never know what you'll run into as far as, some random person just pulling up on the lot, taking a random phone call that someone wants to buy or check on the availability of a car. So you kind of never really know unless you already have it planned out. Some days are like that. Like, I got someone coming in at this time, someone coming in at this time, so I already know I need to be gassing up cars, getting them clean. But some days I don't have anything planned. So I mostly answer phones. I'm big on the phone type. It's hot outside.
It is. Very hot
It's
outside.
hot, so,
It is. Yes.
I might go out there and try to catch some ups, but I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do if I get a phone call. What can I do to put this car in your driveway?
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Okay, cool. All right, so can you kind of briefly explain like the car purchasing process? I know that last time, and I'm gonna use my mom for an example, y'all. My mom had bought her. I'm sorry, Mom. I don't know what your Rogue is, but she bought a Nissan Rogue from another dealership, and I actually went with her. I want to say it was from the dealership in Athens on Atlanta Highway. And I went up there with her because she wanted a specific car, which was the Nissan Rogue, and it took a while. Like it took almost all day for her to get whatever she needed for the car or the process or whatever. Do you know what takes so long? Girl, we was up there all day.
It can be a long process, especially if you starting from the very beginning. So if you just came in, you still gotta pick out the car, test drive the car, see about financing, all that kind of stuff. Then it can be a long process.
Right.
But if you kind of come in, you already done seen the car online that you want. So you just going straight to that car, getting in, driving it, and just kind of shortening. You could even go as far as doing the credit application and getting approved over the phone. So when you come in, all you gotta do is sign and go.
Really?
Yeah. So it can be a quick process, but if you doing everything from very beginning, it can be
lengthy,
a long period. So that's what I try to do is I try to change people's mind about the car buying experience. I'm over there.
Yeah.
I'm typing. I'm getting everything done. I try to have people in and out in at the most an hour or two if it takes a little longer to get you financed or whatever the case may be. But I try to. I know you want to spend your whole day in a car dealership.
He's in there all day.
You already.
Thank God we had nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. People be hungry. They might have kids and they be getting all frustrated. So I try to get them in and out.
Yeah. Cool. Awesomeness. So right now, like, what model car is selling the most?
Well, I sell Chevy. I sell GM products. Everything but Cadillac. So Chevy, GMC, and Buick. If you think about Chevy and GMC, the first thing that'll pop in your mind is a truck, right? So that's basically what they call our bread and butter. That's what, we try to keep out there with good deals on because most people that come in want a truck. Yeah. So now, don't get me wrong. Tahoes, Yukons, Suburbans, Yukon XLs, those are pretty popular too.
Right.
Matter of fact, we can't. Those usually sell before they make it to the lot.
Wow.
Yes. So people will call and put a deposit on them. So we hold them. As soon as they pull on the lot, they go into the back to the reserve section because they have already been sold.
Yeah.
But that's typically what, we got little SUVs here and there. We sell everything pre-owned.
Right.
Every brand.
Right.
Whatever we get in on trade, if it's nice, we service it up, put it out there on the lot.
Okay.
So, but as far as my brand in particular, trucks, Tahoes, Yukon, stuff like that.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. So, what are two myths that customers and consumers have about car salesmen or even the car buying process?
Okay. Two myths. I think the first one being about, and this has to do more so with technical parts of the sale, but sales tax. So I hear all the time, oh, I can't go buy from that. She work in South Carolina, so I'll have to pay Georgia tax and South Carolina tax.
Yeah.
That's so incorrect.
Really?
That is so incorrect.
Okay.
Yes, so you could go buy a car in California. It's going to be the same price as the car you buy in Georgia, anywhere. You pay sales tax for the state that you register your vehicle in.
Okay.
So if I go to California, they're going to tally in and calculate in Georgia tax. If I go to South Carolina, I'm not paying no other state any money. Now, don't get it confused with the doc fee. Every dealership has a documentation fee.
You go ahead and talk about that because we don't know what that means.
Look, okay. Well, basically, it's kind of how it sounds. It's just, that's how they pay the people who process your paperwork,
Okay.
your documents.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
So just extra funds to get your title work done, your tag work done, all that kind of stuff. That's just how they pay those people in particular.
Okay.
So it's different for every dealership. I think my dealership has a really good doc fee. They can go as high as $999, $1,000 basically. But ours $499. So you'll just run into different doc fees, but that's completely separate from your sales tax. So if you find that car in New York and you don't mind driving or flying, go get your car. You will not have to pay New York any tax. You're just gonna pay it for Georgia, because wherever your license is where you're gonna register it, and that's the tax you're gonna pay.
That is amazing, cause girl, I also thought that.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful that you was able to clear that up.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. One more.
Okay, one more. That we are salesmen are what they call us? You know
what
where
they
I'm
call y'all good?
You know where I'm going with this. They call us what's the word? I guess like you try to get over on people.
Okay,
you know
like
what I'm
shady
saying?
or shiesty or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. We out here trying to feed our family just like everybody
Right,
else.
right.
A lot of people think that, they selling these cars for so much more. I want to clear this up. The bank that you get your loan from will only loan you but so much money towards that vehicle. And it's got to do with the value of the vehicle. So, for example, if I got a $5 pen, right? And I'm trying to take a loan out so I can get this $5 pen. They're not going to let me borrow $20 on this $5 pen.
Right,
The
right,
pen's
right.
only worth $5.
Right,
They're not
right.
going to let me borrow too much more than the value of the vehicle. So that's another thing. If you are approved for that amount, and I'm not going to say, it might be a little bit here and there, but they can't do too much overcharging for that vehicle, because the bank just simply won't approve that loan.
Okay.
So,
Cool. That was something else I didn't know. All right. That's wonderful. Well, I did know that all people that sell cars are not shady, because I've had some pretty decent cars, and I think they were, only one I had that was like, I think he ought to got over on me because the thing probably was a lemon. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna move on. Cause y'all not go all day.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so some that I've heard, I've seen TikTok videos, I've seen Facebook videos, I've seen Instagram videos where people are saying you do not supposed to ask a customer for down payment. Please, please explain to us, why is that even put out, and is that true or false?
That is the most false. I can't make this up. The most false thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
First of all, the dealership's not even asking for the down payment.
Right.
Because you're not financing. The dealership's not borrowing you the money. They're sending your application to a bank. And once that is approved and funded, they get all their paperwork, they send the dealership a check for that full amount.
Okay.
Dealership gets paid off top.
Okay.
That's just how it is. You're now paying the bank back for the loan for the money they just gave the dealership for that car.
Okay.
So the dealership, first of all, is not even the one asking you for the down payment. Now, yes, go back to what I just said earlier. Okay, so I got this $5 pen. We're selling it for $6, right? Because we got to make a profit.
That's right.
But, and this might get a little confusing, but I don't know who's heard of equity and negative equity. Negative equity is basically my car's worth $10,000, but I owe $12,000 on it. So I got $2,000 of negative equity. I owe $2,000 more than the car's worth.
Right,
so
right.
when you go to trade that car in, that number is added to your next vehicle, right? So I got this $6 pen, but I still got a pen over here that I owe that I got to carry some negative equity over. Okay, so now I'm trying to get $8 on this pen.
Right.
All right, well, the bank said, I'm only going to give you the $6. So now I need to put $2 down to get this pen, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like that goes into the dealership's pocket or they get to eat that or whatever the case may be. No, that's just they're only willing to offer you so much on what you're trying to buy, and you got to make up the difference. So that's what a down payment is basically. Now, in some cases, people don't need down payments, but they choose to put one down. Why? Because they want to lower their monthly payment.
Yeah.
And you could possibly get a lower interest rate.
Yeah.
Because now I got this $5 pen. I'm gonna put $4 down oh yeah, I'm about to give you a good deal. You only want $1 on this pen? Yeah, I'm about to give you a good deal. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just, a couple of different reasons for a down payment. But if a dealership asks you for a down payment, it's not because they're trying to get you or trying to take money from you. You need to put some money down to make up the gap in between what you're financing and what the bank is willing to give you.
Okay, because when I seen that, I was like, so you mean to tell me I need to round up all these car places that I done put a down payment on and tell them I need my money back? That's what they were saying. Like, for real. They making it look like we can go get our money back.
Law against the law or something. That's so false. That is so false.
I was just like, that can't be true, because
I know I ain't got the big credit. Crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't supposed to be having me no damn payment.
I see no TikTok there.
You know what I'm saying? Good. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
okay, wonderful. Because I mean, like, I was sitting there really invested 3 o'clock in the morning, looking at TikTok. And I said, I'm gonna go back to all these places and get my money back.
I got mad when I see that video, because don't confuse the public.
Yeah.
Like that. Don't confuse these folks. Yes,
wow.
If they ask for it, they need it. It's not for them. It's for you.
Yeah.
So you can get in this car.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up, because I'm pretty sure a lot of other people seen them same videos and was wondering that same thing. That's cool. That is amazing. I like that. All right. Financing. Do y'all do your financing in-house, or is it more or less outsourced?
It's all outsourced. So we don't do any financing. The only time you don't have to finance is if you're paying for it straight out.
Okay.
We deal with about 15 to 20 different banks. We got big banks, BB&T, Bank of America, SunTrust changed it. SunTrust and BB&T went to Truist. But anyways, we deal with a lot of different big banks, and then we deal with a lot of secondary banks. Secondary banks are for the people that's struggling a little bit credit wise.
Yeah.
So we got a bank for everybody.
Right.
If you struggling credit wise, we're not gonna send you to, a Bank of America or something like that. We got a little bank over here that's gonna help you out and get you where you need to be until you're ready to get there. So yeah, I've seen all kinds of different scores funded.
Okay, so let's go back to talking about scores. I know that a lot of people are afraid if they feel like they know, when my credit ain't the best, and I know I can't go to the dealership, even though I might want to go and give Natalie this sale, I can't go and get this car off this lot because I don't have the best credit they thinking. What is like acceptable credit for if you was wanted to, if a person wanted to come to you and get a car?
Well, it all just depends. I've seen scores in the 400s get approved. Really? But it all just depends on what you can bring with you. Down payments, again, that's major. Either a down payment or a paid for trade. Okay. So if you got the title to a car, it may not even be running. Don't overdo it. Now,
look, tell them, cause that's why I brought you on here, cause we need to know what's going on, cause we don't know for real.
Well, my dealership, if needed, we'll come pick up something that's not running. Really? We will. Yeah. But just don't, it can't be. It ain't got no motor, no transmission, ain't even got a steering wheel. But just let it. And don't expect a whole bunch.
A lot for it. Right, exactly. Yeah. The car can't be like Fred Flintstone.
Right, exactly.
Got you.
We'll do our best. Don't get me wrong, I got a great team of managers. They'll do everything they can to get you in a vehicle. But just, take it easy on us.
Okay, right.
But so if you can bring a down payment, or if you can bring a paid for trade, that helps you out tremendously. Okay. Not only that, job history and residence history. So if you've been on your job for 2 years or longer, or been in your home, been in your home for 2 years or longer, that's a plus too. It doesn't have to necessarily be the case, but that just helps. A lot. So they like to see stability. Yeah. That's really the biggest things. And then if you land yourself on the right car, like I try to get people on cars that we need to get rid of. Dealerships on the 30-day turn cycle, we got to get these cars in and out. 30 days. After that, they'll
just build. It's not making no money. It's just sitting there.
Exactly. So they'll do what they can. They'll do anything they can. They'll take a loss on some vehicles if they've been sitting there too long, just to get them going. So that's the type of vehicles I'm trying to put people on. You know, there's nothing wrong with the cars. It's just, you know,
they need to get it off the lot.
They need to get it gone.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
30 days is not a long time, but
Yeah.
it is for us.
Right.
So that's you know, they might have those down again way below value. Right. So the bank is like, oh, you got this $15,000 car and you only selling it for $13,000. Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely give you that loan. So you know, that's the kind of thing too. You got to be on the car that is priced aggressively. And then another thing is people like to, especially if you're struggling credit wise, it's your first sale. They like to just go, I want this scat pack right here.
Yeah. No, you can't scat or pack because you got no money. No, you ain't got it.
I can't make this up. Like, baby, I can get you to the point where you can get that scat pack.
Right.
But you're going to have to buy this little, you know.
The Civic over here.
Yeah, exactly. You got to rock out with this for
Boy,
about,
I know they be crying. I know they be crying.
Because let me tell you, and I'm not scared to say it, when I bought my first car from the dealership, I had a 520 credit score.
Okay.
And I had 4 children at the time.
Right.
And the only thing that I could get approved on was a Chevy Cruze, which is a compact,
A small
sedan.
car. Yeah.
But drove it for a year and 2 months. Then I got my Yukon, and now I drive my truck. So, you know, it's a building process. You trust me, do what I tell you to do. We can get you in that scat pack, but you just got to start somewhere first. Most people have to start with where they don't want to be, unless they got that parent that'll co-sign with the 800 credit score, that parent that'll put, you know, 15,000 down so you can, you know, most of us don't have that.
Right.
You know, I didn't have that. I called, that's my daddy for a cosign, and he was like, "Oh, baby,
I did too. I had to do it too.
I can't help you."
Yeah.
So you know, so I had to start out with my little '99 Volkswagen Passat until I could get where I need to be.
Right.
So
that's right.
yeah, it's just being open minded.
Yeah.
Is huge.
So speaking of that, speaking of folk getting on the lot, knowing your credit score is not gonna get you no scat, no pack, no none of that.
No, none of that.
Okay, none of that. Have you ever encountered a customer that just flat out just got upset and just irate because they couldn't get the type of car that they thought they would get approved for?
Not irate, so to say, because I didn't do that to you.
Right.
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 and I will at some point let a customer know, you know, please understand, I want to help you as much as I can, but I can only do what your score will allow me to do.
That's
you know? So not irate to the point where they were, you know, going off of that kind of stuff, but irate enough to just not take what we can put you in and leave. And I tell people at that point all the time, that's fine, leave, go see if you can get what you want, but don't be too ashamed to come back to me if it don't work out there and get what I can put you
That's
in.
right.
You know, so don't feel like, you know, I'm going to be like, oh, no, you left the first time. Don't come back. Nah, baby, come on back.
That's
I
right.
got you.
That's right. Because business is business.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Business is business. So if she said you can't afford nothing but $100, you got to drive the $100.
Rock out with the Honda.
Just do what she say. And you can get the scat, the pack, and all that.
All that.
That's right. Now they're going to help you. Go ahead and make sure y'all go see Richard K. All right. Back to this thing here. Okay. So, I know that, you know, I ain't gonna say I know, but from what I've heard, selling cars is commission based. So like, you know, I ain't asking you your specific business, but as a salesman, can you give like an estimate of how you can make, or an example of how much you can make off of selling a car commission wise?
Okay. So different dealerships have flats, which means even if we lose money, we still gonna pay you a certain amount. Right. So no matter what, I'm gonna make at least $200 off a car.
Okay.
No matter what.
Right.
I've made as much as $3,000 on a car. And it wasn't that we oversold it again. It was basically we just got a good deal on it when we took it in on trade or when we bought it from the customer. At one point during COVID, the market was crazy where like cars were worth more pre-owned than they were new.
Yeah.
You know, people were coming in after they drove their vehicle for a year, put 12,000 miles on it, and selling it to us for more than they bought it for.
Yeah.
So, you know, at that point in time, we were eating.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
making good money. I mean, it's hard right now because, you know, now that we invested that much money, when the market fell back down, it's like, well, we still can only sell it for what they say it's worth. So now we lose it. So the market has a lot to do with what dealerships make too. So
That's right.
Yeah, I've made a good bit, and that's why, you know, when you sit down to negotiate on a car, I might have car where I can't give you. I might have a car where I can't give you anything off
Nothing.
of.
Yeah.
Then I might have a car I can give you $1,000 off of. That's just because of the background situation, what we got that car for. So every car is different. Every car is different. But to answer that question, most of the time I'm thinking, especially with my people, like people that come to me like from Hartwell or surrounding areas, I'm more so thinking about them. And that's the woman in me. You know, a woman so concerned and caring, don't want to put you in the, I know, girl.
You're so tired of being a
Don't
lady.
want to put you in a bad situation. I don't want you
sick
talking
of being
about
a lady.
me.
Just give me your money.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's hard because I put my heart into my
That's
job,
right.
and especially the people that trusted me enough to come to me. With the car buying, that's a big decision. That's a lot of money.
A huge decision,
Yes.
especially nowadays when eggs went back down. With gas and juice and water, child. Go ahead, girl.
Yes, but for real,
Yeah.
though. Yes. So yeah, I just, you know, most of the people I might make my flat. Well, I'm not gonna say I do make my flat.
That's right.
That's because I'm not trying to get over on nobody. I'm just trying to make sure you get a good car. Anybody can tell you that when they come from me, I'm almost always encourage you to purchase a warranty.
Yeah.
And gap insurance if available.
Right.
It's important.
Talk about those.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Warranty. Would you rather pay maybe $10 to $12 more a month on your payment, or fork out $2,000 or $3,000 at one time if your motor go out?
That's right. That's
you know, I don't want you. I love my people. Everybody that came to me. I don't want you coming to me, girl. This car done did this, and I can't help you. I'm sorry. That's why I tell you, get you a warranty, please. That just cut me out. We don't even have to have this conversation. You go to that dealership and you get your car fixed.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
That's me trying to say, you know, let me help you now so I don't have to help you later because I might not be able to. I can only do but so much. My managers make the decision about what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. They're real good about that kind of stuff. But you can get a warranty, get you one.
Yeah.
They're not trying to get over on you.
Yeah, they're trying to help you.
Okay. Yes, that's important.
Okay.
Gap insurance. Gap insurance is basically back to value. So I total lost my car. I done wrecked it. It's total lost. Gap insurance. So the insurance company is giving me $10,000 for my car, but I still owe $12,000. Who wants you? That means you still have to pay that extra $2,000. So you're still making your monthly payment until that $2,000 is paid off. Who wants to pay on a car that they don't even drive anymore? They don't even have anymore. So what Gap does is pay that $2,000 off. So it happens. The more miles you put on the vehicle, the less valuable it is. It's easy to kill the value in your vehicle if you do a lot of driving.
Yeah.
So, you know, I encourage people. I don't want your credit score to fall because you stopped paying on something that you didn't have anymore.
Right.
Let Gap take care of that. And again, for a couple more dollars of a month on your payment that you won't even notice. It sounds like a big difference, but you know, you would notice saving $25 a month. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that peace of mind that something go wrong. Like my truck, everything covered from bumper to bumper till I get to 120,000 miles. I can't afford to pay out of pocket to put a motor, transmission, anything in there. So yeah, I got my warranty. So you know, it's important.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get over you. I'm trying to
help you out. That's right. I'm
Yep.
glad you explained it because I never heard of no gap insurance, and I have heard of the warranty thing. Now see, we talking about the warranty. I'm gonna ask you a question. I know Vivica Fox used to do some commercials about the warranty. That ain't the same thing though. Do y'all offer something to like kind of like what they have to offer, or
When you say they, what do you mean?
you mean have you ever seen like Vivica Fox? She did like the commercial back. I mean, I ain't gonna say back in the day, but it kind of is old. Where they was talking about warranty insurance. Where they talking about like if your car has already been to the point of there's no more warranty from the dealership or whoever you bought it from, they offer you another type of warranty insurance. Do you know if y'all's warranty insurance is kind of like theirs, or they got something totally different going on?
Well, it's similar.
Okay.
But one thing you have to worry about with the dealership warranty is it not being accepted. So you pretty much getting a warranty accepted by any dealership. Say I'm traveling, I done drove to Florida and something that happened, I could take it to the nearest dealership in Florida and get my vehicle fixed. So,
right.
And I'm not saying that's not the case with any other warranty, but you just got that peace of mind. You know for a fact that my warranty from the dealership is going to cover me at any dealership.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, yes, and then warranties are purchasable.
Yeah.
So I may not have financed it in with my car. Like, you know, a typical warranty can be anywhere from $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You know, so you don't have to necessarily finance it in if you don't want to. You can go buy a warranty on it. It's just depending upon how many miles and how old the vehicle is as to how much the warranty costs.
Gotcha.
So yes, you can purchase one if you didn't get one with your vehicle, but you want to see what a warranty may cost. You go to a dealership. Car Shield. It's a couple of different places, but I just speak highly on the dealership warranties because they work no matter what.
Gotcha.
You good.
Gotcha. Okay. So though your job is commission a lot, it got commission to do it. Do you get paid hourly? Just say like you said, some days you be really really slow and you don't be get nobody coming in and buy no car. Is there an hourly rate, or it's just Shay, you got to get it out the mud every day?
That's exactly what it is. No hourly. I could spend 8 hours at my job. If I don't sell a car, I would just waste the 8 hours of my life. No hourly pay. Everything's strictly commission. So if I don't sell any cars in 2 weeks, dealerships do what they call a draw check. Basically, we'll spot you about $600 in 2 weeks. That ain't much.
No.
Especially for someone like me.
That's right.
With a whole bunch of bills.
Yeah.
But you have to pay that back.
Wow.
With your next paycheck. So that's kind of how dealerships work. If you get into the draw too deep in it, okay, well, we just need to go ahead and cut ties. Yeah, you ain't selling that over here. Yeah, exactly. And,
you got
and
to go.
Now we done let you borrow some money and you can't even pay that.
Yeah, you called me on here for 30 days and you ain't sold not now.
Right.
You got to go.
You got to go.
Understandable.
So, but it's kind of like you're in control of your money. Your hustle.
Yeah.
You're in control of that. So basically, if you don't sell no cars, you don't make no money. You know you need to be out there selling some cars. And not only that, but when you work in your numbers, you need to be holding on to as much as you can to just make sure you bring. I'm not scared to say it. I got 5 kids I gotta feed.
That's
you know.
Right. That's right.
So I gotta do what I gotta do. Now, if there's a way I can help you with everyone happy. You know, or if I already know, the bank is gonna cut you back, where they done cut anything that we could have made off that vehicle out, then they'll do that. To a certain extent. But it's just all about getting what you can out of every sale, without getting over on people. Yeah. So I'm not gonna sit here. I might try to hold you to this $5 because it's worth $5.
That's right.
That's right. But I'm not trying to sell you this $5 for $10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. Okay. Cool. So in April, I was on your Facebook page last April, and I know that you spoke earlier about getting sales of the month when you kind of first started. I saw when you got sales of the month in April. Tell me what plan did you have to say, you know what, I'm gonna make this happen again? What did you do to ensure that you got it and you stayed on top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of personal. This one was personal because, when I started the month out, the very first day of the month, I sold 2 cars. And that made me number one just on the first day of the month. So, that was cool. But as the month went on, I kept remaining number one. Now, let me say this. My schedule's a little different since I've had my last son. He's 9 months. And so I kind of work daycare hours now.
Right.
I go in at 9 and I get off at 4:30. So, I can't work weekends anymore, just because daycare ain't open on weekends.
Right,
so,
that's right.
I just, I I'm limited to how much time I can spend there.
Mm-hmm.
But during the month of April, I had a little more help. I ain't gonna get into other people's situations, but they would just had a little more free time where they could pick Kimari up from daycare, so I could work over. So it was a little personal because I wanted to show them that when I can be here as much as I want,
I can make it happen. Kick the door down. Yeah. That's right.
Y'all ain't messing with me.
That's right.
So
That's right.
It was personal.
Yeah.
You know, I had a little more time then, and I saw that I was maintaining sales. I was still number one the first, the 5th, the 10th. It got later on in the month. So now I'm actually working. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. And we got 15 at any given time, anywhere between 13 to 16 salesmen. I think at that time we had 15 salesmen. So it's a competition. It gets, you know, a little rough
tense.
there. Yeah,
all y'all get tense though.
We
like,
do.
Oh, I know she.
Yeah.
I don't have fun how he.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Where she get them from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
so people, we love each other. I love the people I work
That's
with.
right.
But you know, it's like brother and sister.
That's
you know,
right.
why you get to get a piece of candy and I ain't?
That's
you know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So
That's right.
It's kind of a competition, and it's just, you know, people come pulling up. Of course, they asking for me. These my people. These people that know me,
That's
that came
right.
from Hartwell, you know,
yeah.
surrounding areas. So they're just trying to figure out where these people. Well, I feel like it's people just. I appreciate folks.
Yeah.
So bad. I don't take it lightly. I'm humble.
That's right.
I'm humble.
That's right.
I appreciate it.
That's right.
You come to my lot, I'm gonna make sure I take good care of you because I appreciate you even thinking about coming to see me.
That's
so,
right.
yeah, it salesman of money is just selling the most cars. If it ties, then the person, the gross, so whoever made the most wins the tiebreaker. But that month I sold, I think, 22 and a half cars, and the person below me was like 16, 17. So we won't worry about no tiebreaker in that situation. I was so blessed, grateful, and thankful for that opportunity, and for I prayed and thanked God so much each and every day. I do anyway, but it hit a little different.
That's right. I love to see black people, especially black women, getting out here making it happen. Yeah. I love to see. So I saw it on your Facebook page. I was like, okay, that's what's up then.
Yes.
I mean, because I know this commission based, but I didn't know. I wasn't never sure if y'all got paid hourly, but just to know that it is commission based, and you sold 22 cars in 1 month. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you this: how important is it for like your attitude, your how you represent yourself to a customer? How important is that when you getting ready to, you know, sell a car? How important is customer service and being good at customer service? How important is that when you are trying to sell a car?
That's major. That's everything. Positive attitude is one of the first things. They got 10 steps to the sale. The first one is positive attitude. I tell people all the time, make a friend, sell a car.
That's right.
You want to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
If I walk up to you and say, hey, you want this car?
I'll be like, get out my face. Where your manager?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know me personally. They might see me on social media, but I feel like I'm hilarious. I feel like I'm a good person.
That's
you know,
right.
I try to treat people right. I try to treat people how I would like to be treated.
That's
so
right.
You come to me, I'm not just being nice to you because I want to sell you a car. I'm just being me.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll sit here, we'll laugh, joke, talk, and play, but I'm asking you questions about your everyday life to try to figure out what I need to put you in. Got kids? They play sports. Oh, so you need some trunk space. Oh, you got 3 kids. So are you okay with a second row? Do we need to look at third row vehicles? You plan on growing your family? You know, just different things like that to try to figure out what works for you.
That's right.
I may not be able to put you in that scat pack, but I might be able to put you in something that still got a little speed to it, but works better for your situation until you can get there. So it's just all about being positive, and even when you can't sell them a car or you can't, you know, sell them the car that they're wanting, it's just about being understanding. Like I got a lady right now, sold her vehicle. You know, this been about 6 months ago, but now the vehicle is having issues. So we're trying to get her into something else. This lady texts me literally almost every day. Like, hey, you got something in there? You got something for me? We're looking. We're trying to find her vehicle so we can purchase one to sell to her. But, you know, you can't let that kind of stuff get on your nerves. Customers, like I said, it's a big decision. This is a vehicle, so you gotta, you know, work with them. Yeah, she texts me every day, and I'm like, girl, we gonna help you. We gonna find you something. You don't like this one? Well, let's find one that you do like. And we just gonna keep going back and forth till we get this figured out. I don't ever want anyone to think that, oh, she bought a car. I bought a car from her, and I'll never hear from her. That kind of stuff. You could call me and say you want to go eat lunch? Let's go. You know, you stuck with me now. If you need anything, I want to call away. I put my cell phone number on my business cards. Okay. That way, even if I'm not at work, you can still get in contact with me. Okay. I may be laying in the bed, but if it's something I can help you do, I don't mind helping you. You know, so it's just all about treating people how you want to be treated.
Yes,
especially making a big decision like that.
That's right. I honestly definitely agree with everything you just said. And like she said before, y'all, you can't be unreasonable with what she can put you in. If she's showing you something that you can get, might not be what you want, and she's gonna give you the tools to say, hey, I could put you in this Honda right now, but we get that scat later on. You know what I'm saying? Just do what the lady say.
Yeah, I'm not saying no.
Y'all hard-headed.
I'm saying not right now.
Not right now, not ever. And then by the time the ever come, you know what I'm saying, you might not even want the scat or the pack no more.
Right,
you
exactly.
Know what I mean?
Not only that, but one more thing. So people that are struggling credit-wise typically get a higher interest rate. Okay. You don't want a high interest rate on a high dollar amount. Yeah. You high interest rate, a 20% interest rate, 40 grand is like over close to over $1,000 payment, versus a 6% rate, 40 grand is like a $600-700 payment. So it's the difference. You don't want no big interest rate on a big loan. If you're gonna have to start out with a big interest rate, start out on 10 grand. That way 22% on 10 grand is like $350, payment, something like that. So when you can get to the point where you can qualify for a better rate, that's when you want to go buy that expensive, that nice, that new scat pack.
I think too, a lot of us don't understand interest rate. So that's why when the car that we want, we can't get. And when you say, well, your interest rate, and you be like, well, what you mean by that? Even if you break it down 1,000 times, a lot of people just don't get what interest rate is. You know what I'm saying? And it all these, these big words that y'all using, you trying to break them down, but the person got their mind made up, that's what they want. Yeah. And I don't want to hear them about no interest rate. Yeah. But you got to be realistic. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You got to be realistic.
Interest rate is important.
Yeah.
That's basically the bank is charging you to borrow this money.
Yeah.
You want them to charge you 6% of 40 grand or 20% of 40 grand. So that's just the biggest thing. And rates are dependent upon your credit score. Yeah. It's not just your credit score, but your credit profile. It's got to do with what you're borrowing on that vehicle too. But you want the lowest rate possible. Now, if you got a 500 credit score, you can't expect a 6, 7, 8. You can't expect a low interest rate. Right. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You have to be realistic, and that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna get a high interest rate if you're struggling credit wise, then get that on a small amount, so you're not hurting to pay it off.
Have you ever had somebody that didn't care? They didn't care. They didn't care about the interest rate. They didn't care the payment was $1,000. They want the car.
Yeah. Yes.
Were they successful at paying the car off? That's what we talking about. That's exactly what I was into right there.
And I don't want nobody coming to me. Nat put me in this car with this big old rate. No, don't tell people that. At the end of the day, I want you in your best situation.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you, I don't think you should do that, baby. If you did qualify for that big old car with the big old interest rate, it's still not the best decision to make.
Yeah.
I don't care if you did get approved.
Exactly.
You don't. That's not something you want.
Exactly. And when a black woman call you baby, when she trying to explain something to you, trust me.
You better listen.
Listen, cause we don't hit you with that baby. Then you might got a little, little play. But if we hit you with that baby right at the end, we hit you with that how she just did, baby. Listen. Look, go ahead and get that Honda. Shut up.
Listen to me. Seen it happen to me.
It ain't nothing wrong with Honda. Don't get me wrong. I'm just using Honda as an example.
Honda.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm just using Honda as an example, or Hyundai, or Malibu, or whatever. Yeah. Don't take that until you get what you want.
Yeah.
So okay, got you. Okay. So, what are 2 facts about selling cars?
Oh, 2 facts about I was supposed to be ready for this.
Yes.
2 facts about selling cars. Let's see. Dang it, I was supposed to be ready for this question. So, selling cars and from a customer standpoint is it's a great way, especially if you're needing a car. It's a great way to get what you're needing and build credit at the same time. A lot of people don't realize that you can have a great credit score and not have great credit.
Right.
So you can have an 800 credit score, but you ain't never had nothing but a $500 credit card.
Oh.
You still gonna struggle getting approved.
Really?
Yes. So before you can even take out a $50,000 loan, the bank gonna want to see you handle a $15,000-$20,000 loan first.
Got you.
So that's the way you're building not necessarily a score, but the strength of your credit.
Okay.
You need a strong score. I've seen people so many times, I got an 800, I got a 700 score. Yes, but you ain't financed.
Let me see what your credit history
right.
look like.
Let me see the report.
Gotcha.
You ain't never financed nothing. Your 800 is still gonna struggle to get you in this car because you ain't did much with it. Yeah, you paid perfectly on that $500 limit credit card.
That's right.
You perfectly.
That's right.
But the bank's still worried about giving you this $50,000 loan because you ain't never showed them that you can do anything more than $500. So it's a great way to build your credit.
Okay.
If you buy cars. And the second, what was it? Facts about it?
Just 2 facts.
2 facts about buying cars. Making your payment is great, but if you can't make your payment on time, it's also the biggest way to hurt your score.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize late payments, and they're pretty lenient. Late payment won't go on your credit score until it's 30 days past due.
Okay.
So you as long as you just don't let it go past 30 days.
Gotcha.
That's when it's gonna ding you. But one late payment will destroy your credit. So it's cars, and I know that's kind of like one fact in 2 or 2 facts in 1, but it's a great way to build your credit. But if you're not careful with it, it can hurt your credit too. So make sure you make them payments on time. That's important.
So I bet you some money, because I didn't know that when you have an 800 credit score, if you ain't got no strength behind your credit history, you still can't purchase something that you want. I didn't know that. I thought I got 800, I can get anything I want. I didn't know that. And I bet a lot of other people did not either.
Nope.
Wow.
Exactly. Yep. And you'll hear people say, okay, well, I need your check stubs. I need you to prove your income. Why? I got an 800 credit score.
Yeah.
That's why. Because even though, most people, if you got strong 800, 700, even sixes, you might not even have to prove your income. But if it's all in the strength of your score. So yeah, if you have an 800, I may still have to ask you for some check stubs, because it's just not strong.
Yeah. Gotcha. Golly, look at that. I did not know that. Okay, so can you explain the difference between purchasing cars from dealerships and buy here, pay here?
Okay, yeah. So let's start with just the car itself.
Okay.
Dealerships, we get cars in. Some of them may be a little rough, more than we want to fix, right? It's going to take too much to fix this car. We put them up for auction, right? Buy here, pay here comes and buys those cars from the auction. Now, what you'll notice about buy here, pay here, because I done been in that situation. I done had to shop.
Down.
Yeah. I done had to shop and buy here, pay here plenty of times. And so with my, I used to change oil and stuff. I know how to go out there and pull that oil stick and see what's going on.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right.
And a lot of times I noticed that they don't even change the oil in these cars. They clean them up, make them look nice and pretty, and put them out there. I done pulled a stick on the car before. It didn't even have no oil in it. So you know it's leaking. I don't have to get up under there to look. You know it's leaking.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the difference just in the car alone.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying you can't get good cars from buy here, pay. I done seen a lot of good cars. Matter of fact, I had an '04 white Suburban. For those who know me, remember that car? that car was, I loved that Suburban. I mean, the people that had it before took care of you. Could open it up and see just new parts and stuff like. So don't get me wrong, you can get a really good car from a buy here pay here
That's
place.
right.
I'm not knocking it
That's
at
right.
all.
That's right.
But they don't help you with your credit score at all.
Really? So making the payments when you do the buy here, pay here, that doesn't?
No, because that's what you call in-house finance.
Gotcha.
You done borrowed from the people that sold you the car.
Okay, gotcha.
So they're not reporting no credit. Now, granted, they're going to report if you don't pay, it has to get repossessed.
Yeah.
But when you making your payments and that kind of stuff, they're not reporting. So you're not really helping yourself when you go to buy here, pay here. Now, some buy here, pay here places do report to credit, but most of them, especially like the little lots on the side, stuff like that, they're not reporting to the credit bureau. So that's one thing. It's not necessarily helping you build your credit, but that's good for some people when they can't get approved at a dealership. Well, they're not even worried about your credit. They just want to see that you make some money.
Yeah.
Secondly, those kind of dealerships is where you get your set down payments and your set payments. So $3,000 down, $200 a month on this car right here. Well, they can do that. They can pick and choose what your payment's gonna be.
Right.
Now, granted, on that kind of situation, you don't have to really pay an interest rate. Right? Because you're not borrowing from a bank, you borrowing from them.
That's right.
Exactly. So all my payment is going towards this vehicle. That's just because they bought that vehicle for a certain amount and they added what they want to make. So they already making their money as you make the payment. All that's coming back straight to their pockets, not half going to the car, half going to the interest. So so that's it's good things and bad things, but if you really want a good car and build your credit, I would suggest go to a dealership first. I'm not saying don't go to buy here, pay here at all, but if you do, always get your cars checked out whether you go to a dealership or not, especially if it's pre-owned. But if you do go to a buy here, pay here, make sure you take someone that's going.
I was going to ask you about that too.
Look at that car, get up under. If they won't let you take it and get it checked out, don't buy from there. Yeah. Because you got the right to take your car that you're thinking about purchasing, test drive it, and get it checked out. We tell people, matter of fact, on our as-is cars, is basically older cars with a whole bunch of miles on it, but we selling them for a good price. You sign the paper, it says as is. You do have the right, you had the right to take this car and get it looked at. Whether you did or didn't, that's on you.
That's right.
But we want you to sign right here saying that we did give you the opportunity to go and get this car looked at. Because it's as is, meaning it's no warranty. You pull out this lot and the motor fall from up under it. You through. It's on you, baby.
So let back up. So you meant, so I want to make sure I heard you right, because y'all listen, because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all caught that too. So you mean tell me, if I go to a place that's buy here, pay here, and it says as is, sold as is, I can take that to my homeboy that's a mechanic and let him look at it and make sure that it's okay.
Yes.
While I'm test driving.
Yes.
I bet you a lot of people didn't know that, because I didn't.
They definitely should. You come to my dealership and you say, I want to go get this checked out. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to the back, get you a dealer plate, give you the keys, and let you go get it checked out.
Wow. I bet a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, even when you buy a house, you get a what they call the inspection done.
Yeah,
or,
inspection
they gotta come out and do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do that before you buy a house. So yeah, it's important. If the dealership won't let you, I wouldn't buy from them. Yeah. Because it's the reason why they're not letting you.
That's right. I never knew that. I was today years old. Yep. Many cars I done bought and wrecked. Not wrecked. More or less just tore up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I didn't know that. I didn't know that, for real. I'm glad you see that. That's why I bring these folks on here, man, to tell y'all this stuff, because I know like y'all didn't know neither. Don't sit there and act like y'all did, because y'all didn't know either. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man, that's what's up. Okay. So, let me see where I'm at. Golly, just got all that knowledge. Jesus Christ. Okay, so when a customer says, they come in, they want a car for a certain amount of money, well, they have a certain amount, and they want to talk to you about negotiation. Is there like a set price limit that y'all can't go under in negotiations or over?
It depends on the vehicle profile. So going back to how long the vehicle's been there. Sometimes that's, I don't care what we got to lose. Get this one gone.
Right.
Okay, then no. Granted, if it makes sense, we'll make it happen.
Okay.
Not saying we're going to sit here and lose 10, 20 grand on a car, but if it's a way to make it work, we're going to make it work.
Okay.
But again, every vehicle has its different amount of gross in its profit. The margin in between. Now, when we take vehicles in, we have to, I don't care if we trade it for out of service and it just got oil change. Take it in, we're gonna change the oil again.
That's right.
That's just part of the used car inspection process.
That's right.
South Carolina, so you're buying from South Carolina in this sense, has a start, stop, and steer inspection. No matter what, the car has to start, stop, and steer.
Okay.
Even if it's an as-is vehicle, one that we at least have to make sure it starts, stop, and steer.
Okay.
So that all that kind of stuff costs. That comes out the gross of the vehicle. So yeah, we made $3,000, but we spent $1,000 on it. Changing oil and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now you're only working with two.
That's right.
So that's what I can play with.
Yeah.
But some vehicles, we didn't get for a good number. It might have been a friend of the dealership. We gave them a really good deal on their trade. I don't have any money to negotiate with you. I know you want to be at this certain number, and I'll do whatever I can. I might give you $500, something like that, just to make you feel like you got a good deal. But I can give you $1,000 off of one and not be able to do nothing on another. So it just depends on the vehicle, what we have into it, and then. Certain offers I won't even take to my managers. If I'm sitting here and we got you at $20,000 and you gonna offer $15,000, I'm gonna shake your hand. You have a great day.
Yeah.
I can't waste my time on something like that because think about if it was your product. If you had a $15 shirt and someone said I give you $5 for it right now, did you just offer me $5 for my shirt?
Yeah, then I sweated over making. Yeah.
Bye. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
Respectfully.
That's right.
Have a great day.
That's right.
Yeah, it's only but so much to a certain extent, but I always just say, negotiate till you can't no more. But if you really want that car, then if they say I can't do it, then understand that they probably can't do it.
Yeah.
And at that point, you will decide whether you want to move forward or you want to leave.
That's right. Gotcha. Cool. Alrighty. So, how do you, like, say for instance, I know that you said a lot of people that come to you are normally people that you know of, or they got some type of relationship with you. Now, when you encounter a person that you don't know, how do you pair a person if they say, well, Natalie, I don't know what I want. Honestly, I got one child. That child almost grown. They really got their own car. I don't want nothing real big, but I don't want nothing real small, but I'm not exactly sure what I want. How do you pair a customer with their car?
Okay, so first we'll go out on the lot. Well, let me start there because it could be two different situations where, they're in that situation and they're like, and I'm struggling credit-wise.
That's right.
Now, I might have to back my way into it, which means before we even look at cars, because I hate to show you a car you can't get approved.
That's right.
So we might back our way into it, meaning I'm going to go ahead and take your credit application. You're going to tell me what's a comfortable payment for you and what you can put down, and then I'm going to show you what cars I can put you in. But if I'm working it where, you think you're good, we don't have to worry about credit necessarily, or you still want to look at the car first before you do the credit application, that's fine. We'll go out in the lot, and the first thing I do, see anything that catches your eye?
Right. Right.
Because when you're making that monthly payment, I'd rather make a $600 payment on something I like than, a slightly lower $500 payment on something I don't like.
That's right. That's right.
I'd be happy calling and, I like to make a payment.
Yeah.
I would be happy
right.
call and make that payment because I love my car.
That's right.
Versus driving around something that I don't like. So that's the biggest thing is, okay, so show me, point out to me what you like. Is there any colors that you don't like? Any brands that you don't like? And then as they show me and point out to me what stuff they like, I'm trying to look for similarities in them so that, I see you like black and you like SUVs. Okay, well, what about this black SUV over here? It may not, I might not be able to get you in that BMW and that Benz, but what about this nice Ford Explorer right here? You know, something like that.
That's
so,
right.
It's just me kind of looking at everything, the whole scenario. Y'all would be surprised what's going on in a salesperson's head, especially me, as we're talking. I'm listening, but I'm also doing like mathematical equations and all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, okay, she want to be here, payment, she like this, she don't like this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, it's a whole bunch going on. So I'm asking you questions, and I'm making conversation, but I'm also using what you tell me to fit you into the vehicle that you're looking for. So I want you to be able to like your car, like your payment, like the deal. I want you to like everything, because like I said, you at the end of the day, you either gonna go out and tell people that I helped you and did really good, or I messed you up, and I'd rather the first option.
That's right.
100%. So
man, you so professional. I'm gonna be like you one day. That is amazing, for real. You are very, very professional. I like that.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Okay, cool. So, what do you find most satisfying about selling cars besides the commission?
no lie. Especially in Duke, he could tell you. Shout out to Duke.
Shout out to OTG Duke, man.
Shout out to Duke. He can tell you when we're riding around, and as time goes on, I've been with this dealership September make 5 years, so I've been there for a while. I'm sold a lot of cars around this area. So when we're riding around and I see a vehicle that I sold, I'm pointing them out. Ooh, I sold that. Ooh, I sold that. I sold that. One day I pulled up at daycare, right? Daycare. I sold my daycare lady her vehicle, but then she got 2 kids. The other little kid, grandparent was there, sold that one too. And then my truck was sitting there. I was like,
every car in here.
Yes,
that's
and
what's
again,
up.
it's not even me bragging. It's me being thankful.
Yeah.
and humble. I don't know what it means to me. Even if you don't know me, but you see me on social media and you seen that I sell cars, that even means a lot to me, because at this point you don't even know me, and you still chose to come to me and see if I can help you. Even if you're not buying from me, I get people all the time, like, I just got a quick car question. Let's hear it. I got you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you, and then if you want to move forward and see if I can help you from there, that's cool. But if you don't, that's cool too.
That's right.
So I'm really honored, and I feel blessed, and again grateful, thankful for the people have came to me and trusted me to put them in a vehicle.
That's wonderful.
And I say this again, if we do referral fees.
Yeah.
If you send someone to me, you don't even have to buy from me. But if you send someone to me, make sure you tell that person to tell me that you sent them, because every person that you send me that purchases, I send you a check for $100. So if you hey, I heard Nat sell cars, you need to go down there and see Nat. They said, oh, my friend Keisha told me that you sell a car. Well, guess what? If you buy this car, I'm sending Keisha a check for $100. So, you don't even have to purchase from me, but just mention me and tell them to mention that you mentioned me. And I'm going to send you a check. I tell people all the time, you can't make this car payment, your $400 car payment, send me 4 people a month, and I'll make your car payment.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
So, yeah, it's just all in the... That's, again, going back to treating people how you want to be treated.
That's
because
right.
It's just not even the fact that it pays back in the long run, but it's satisfying.
Yeah.
I just feel so blessed. I'd be so happy.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all heard what she said. Y'all see this interview. Look here. I know she know some folk, but you see the interview right here? Hey, Black Fire sent you to Natalye Martin.
She sent y'all. Go ahead.
And Richard K. in South Carolina.
Podcast.
Need them hand down. I might give you $50 for some gas.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, like, no, I'm just playing. But yeah, man. That's why like I said, man, that's why I bring folks on here to just deal with this all about. It's about education, because we ain't know. You know what I'm saying? I know I did. I'm pretty sure there are people that's probably watching this or going to watch this later on. They be like, dang, I didn't know that, this had to be this before that. And this about this interest rate. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, y'all know, I always tell y'all what this about. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I love it. That's right. And I'm going to tell you something too. I know that you kept saying, that you're humble and you're not trying to brag. And I get it. You're not supposed to be boastful. But it's okay to pat yourself on the back. Because you're a female with 5 children. Yeah. And your youngest is 9 months. And you handling business. Yeah. It's okay to, I did it. You know what I'm saying? God ain't going to be mad about that. I don't think he will. Yeah. Not the one I serve.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Either.
I know what y'all thinking. Yeah, you know be that. You be doing all that cussing. I do. The Lord understand my heart. Like, you
Yeah.
understand yours.
Look, I tell people all the time, I thank God, Jesus, whoever you believe
Yeah.
in, they gotta have a sense of humor.
They
I
got
thank
to.
God laugh at me.
Cause my boy been setting me up.
Yes.
So I know he be
Yes.
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she fell for it again.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he do. You do.
Girl,
yeah,
you
yeah,
say
yeah.
some crazy stuff. I made
Look
you,
at it.
girl.
Just
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So before we get ready to close this thing out now, because you have been a phenomenal guest today.
Oh,
So y'all know, I'm gonna shout out Yellow Boy.
Yellow Boy.
Yeah, I'm shouting out Yellow Boy.
I love me some Yellow
Love
Boy.
some Yellow Boy and OTG Dude.
Yes, love him too. Sometimes.
I want to say, look, I want to
that
say
in
I want to say it was Yellow Boy, maybe his last album that he made. I'm not exactly sure the name of it. I know it's got a lion or something on the front. I can't remember the name of the album, but I do remember your vocals on that album. So not only is you a mom, you selling cars, like went into a business that you had never done before, really, other than the maintenance, yes, but never actually sold cars. Have done so much as far as accomplishing goals, selling those cars, getting salesman of the month and stuff like that. You can sing too.
I would say sing. I would say
what you call it? What you call it? Cause I called it singing. So what you call it? Little auto-tune. I don't believe it.
Look,
I do not
let me tell you
believe it.
something. I can sing in the shower really good.
Right.
I can hold a tune. By no means do I think I'm Mariah out here. Or Beyonce.
Right.
But I try. And like I was explaining, I don't consider myself an artist, a singer, a rapper, or anything, but everybody go through things, and my way to release what I'm going through is to write and to record when possible. And during this whole period of time, that's why I really love Yellow Boy. First of all, he's a great person because he's him, no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what. He's him.
Don't care who around.
And don't care. He's going to be him.
Yes, he is.
And with him being him, it makes me more comfortable being me.
Yeah.
And I love anyone I can be around. I ain't got to act so cool. I ain't got to act so
poised all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I can go around you and I can be me and feel comfortable, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Let's do that.
Yeah. That's right.
So that's I call him my brother. I mean, he's really close to me. He's close to my heart. And that's the biggest reason I love being around him is because he's him and I can be me. And so I haven't really recorded with anyone else. DJ Black did a little produced one song for me before, but outside of that, everything I've ever recorded is him. So when he has an open studio available, I'm up in there. I'm up through there because it's my brother, and then the studio put together.
Yeah. But the
yeah,
fact that you said that you can hold a tune, that ain't what I heard. I've heard her sing on the album, and she does more than hold a tune. Now, why she sitting up and telling stories?
I be shy. I be real shy.
You can't tell. You can't tell. Very talented.
But
I
I'm
love
telling
it.
you, if you've been in the studio with me before, and I've tried to sing or something like that, I done had to make everybody leave.
Really?
Everybody got to go but Yellow Boy. And sometimes Yellow Boy got to go, and I'll sit here and click myself until I find the right one. So I'm really shy when it comes down to it. I'm even shy to let people listen to my music.
Really?
Because I'd rather not hear if you don't
what you
like
sound
it.
like. Yeah.
Well, the feedback. Necessarily,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll get good or bad feedback, but I'd rather not hear the bad feedback. So, I'm just, funny acting when it comes to letting people hear my music and that kind of stuff. But it still feels good to get.
But what if that's what God wants for you? Have you ever thought about that?
God would have to send. God gotta send that little baby to my doorstep. Like, I need you here and that would be it. Cause I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. God may want me to be doing that kind of stuff, but like the way he had me show up to a dealership to try to work on cars, and he just threw sales at me. I would have to. Someone would have to just throw it at me. It's not like I'm gonna be out here
trying to make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I just want to, before we get ready to come to a close, I want to go back to tapping on when you said that you know how to work on cars? How did you start that?
Well, I was with Walmart before here for 6 years before a dealership. I went all over the store. I done been the front end, cashier, electronics. I done been up to assistant manager. I had been all over the store. But when I left, my best friend, Beth Martin, shout out to her. I love her so much. Anyways, she was the assistant manager over the shop. When I tell you Beth can run anything, she is a boss, you know. So it felt good to go out there and work under her. She was already a close friend of mine, but I saw there's something more to put up under my belt.
That's right.
And I stuck to my belt, you
That's
know.
right.
Had my belt real big. Anyway,
Yeah. Gotta be big. Gotta be big.
Belt,
Yeah.
the extra large.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I went out there as a service manager, again, not knowing anything about cars. But I learned, and I felt like it was good to do because I done had a flat tire that I done had to change before, and having that knowledge helped. Or I had, you know, I done changed my thermostat in my car before just because, you know, granted you can do anything, go on YouTube, but
That's right.
you know, it
That's
just
right.
you know, it gave me the opportunity to kind of know my way around and, you know, that kind of stuff. I feel like it's just good knowledge to learn. So yeah, I didn't go out there, you know, because I want to go work on cars. I went out there because, you know, I had my boss, my best friend, you know, over there, but it's just a good opportunity to learn cars. I love cars since I was little.
Yeah.
I always had cars that I would blow kisses at. You know, it's my favorite car. Like, I
bingo.
love Monte Carlos and, you know, old school, new school, whatever the case may be. So I've always had a thing for cars. And so switching over from working on them to selling them was my way of just staying with cars, but the cleaner aspect.
That's
of it.
right.
So I don't have to go home and immediately get in the shower. I can't even hug my kids when I walk through the door.
That's right.
My hands are black
Dirty.
and greasy, you know, that kind of stuff.
Got you. Awesome. That's awesome. Are we going to hear any more music from you?
Tell Yellow Boy to get another studio.
Oh, definitely. You heard that, Yellow Boy, because you be
Yellow Boy.
watching. Did you hear that? Nat said,
Get
studio time, ASAP.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesomeness. All right. We're going to bring this thing down to a close here. Do you want to give some shout outs?
Yes. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
You, baby. I watch your podcast all the time. I didn't really know about him until Duke and Yellow Boy went on him. But once I saw that, I went through and scrolled through. I go on your YouTube channel and that kind of stuff. So shout out to you for letting people come on here and just, you know, tell whatever they do. And what I was telling my kids before I left, I said, what I like about it is not just one topic related. It's not just music or stuff. You know, you do a little of everything. You know, like Shalisha and her husband was on here about their photography and their business, and then, you know, me with cars and, you know, art, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I like that you give different people with different backgrounds an opportunity to come on here and enlighten people and educate people and, you know, just get that self out there. I do feel like, you know, I might pick up some more sales.
You will.
From this
On the plug.
Richard K. Superstore.
Richard K. Superstore.
1935 Pimendary Road. But anyway.
That's right.
But shout out to you.
Thank you.
And then also shout out to every single person that, even if you did not buy a car from me, even if you tried, shout out to you. I can't make this up. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I say it over and over again. It's appreciated. And if I don't care if you bought from me 3 years ago, I'm still here if you need me. Shout out to all my supporters. You know, I don't really have too many friends. I don't even have much family. But the people that are close to me, I hold really close to me. And for that reason, they support me. Whether they bought a car from me or, you know, just been there for me. My kids. That's all the motivation I need to get out there and sell cars. Those are my, my baby's my everything.
Yeah, them little people make you come out.
They do.
All kind of things that you think you're scared of, you think you can't do.
Yeah.
Any type of doubt you got, them little people
Yeah.
will make you change your mind about a lot of things.
Yeah. It feels good to be able to do the things that I can do for them.
Yeah.
And they don't know how much they motivate me.
Yeah.
To be able to do those things.
Yeah.
So, shout out to them too. And that's about it.
Okay. Social media.
My managers.
Go
My
ahead.
managers. I got Richard K himself first. Richard K and his wife, Miss Janet. Great people, great people. That's his only dealership, so they treat he treats his dealership like his baby,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
his only
That's
one, you know.
awesome.
So shout out to them. They're really, really, really great people. They know us all by names.
That's
Miss
wonderful.
K comes through once a month, and National Hot Dog Day or National. So they're really great people. And then my managers, Brandon, BT, Tim. That I have to have a backbone behind me in order to do everything
That's
that I
right.
do, and
That's right.
and that's who it is.
That's
so
right.
shout out to them too.
Amazing.
You know, I'm a
amazing.
salesman.
That's right. Amazing. The salesman.
Yes.
That's wonderful. All right. Social media information, if you want to give that out to people that might just got a few questions or, want to come to the dealership on certain days or whatever. Social media information.
Yes. Facebook, Love Natalye. If you want to find me on TikTok, Love Natalye. Snap and Instagram is Simply Me Nat. Simply Me Nat. And I don't even mind putting my cell phone number out there, because if you get one of my business cards, I done took a picture of it and put it on Facebook anyways. But if you ever can't reach me on that, 706-371-4335. Call me, text me. Don't call me on the other kind of stuff.
No.
Please
Please don't.
spare me.
Yes.
But if you really need help with a vehicle or got any questions, I prefer text over calling. But
That's right.
feel free to hit me up. So yes, I'm always available. I'd be happy to help, even if I don't know you, even if you're a stranger.
That's right.
Come to me.
That's right. All money green.
Yeah, right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah,
That's
and I'll
right.
buy back to school shoes.
That's
so.
right. That's right. All right, Natalie, I want to thank you so very much for coming down here, spending your Sunday with me, and allowing me to interview you and just get some knowledge out of you, man. Because like I said, a lot of us, the things that you've told us just today, I learned a lot from you just sitting here in these last few minutes. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watching learned a lot from you. Y'all make sure y'all check Natalie out, man. If you in the market for a car, go down to Richard K. Holler at Natalie. She gonna put you in what you need. She gonna get you what you need to go. Holler at her, man. Also, y'all know I am live here at Lewis Media Studios. You got a brand? These are the brand ambassadors. You need anything, music, DJs, hairstylists, whatever, on the plug. Y'all already know what time it is, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Plug?
Yeah. And also, I want to take this time right now to, and I hope I don't start crying, but I want to thank everybody that came and showed my family some love during our time of bereavement. For those of you that don't know, we lost our sister, Sanquisha Allen, June 27th of this year to lung cancer. And it took a toll on us. We're trying to bounce back. This was my first podcast since we buried her July the 2nd. I just want to thank y'all, man, for having our backs, because when I tell y'all, the Allen family has been blessed. They have been blessed. And for you, like I said, those you don't know the story, it ain't really no story, but my sister wasn't scared. She went peacefully. She told all her family members what she wanted us to know, each and every one of us, what she wanted us to know before she passed away. There's no doubt in our hearts or mind where our sister went. And I just want to thank y'all again for all the love, support, condolences, posts, inboxes that y'all have sent out to me, my other sisters, my family members, man. Thank y'all so much. Everything that y'all done for our nephew, her son, Cody, thank y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all, because without y'all, man, I don't know. We would have made it, but it's just nice to know the love and support was there at our time of need. Thank y'all so much. Gonna wrap this thing on up, man. Y'all have tuned into the greatest, another episode of the Blackout Podcast. It's your Higgy the host with the Miggy the most, Black Fire. And y'all know the motto, man. If you ain't about the Blackout Podcast now, you know the rest. Peace.